Hello, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the Plant-Based Morning Show, sponsored by loveCompliment.com. Today is Wednesday, January 24th. We are back. We got a fun show today. Interesting show. Lots of stuff in the weather report. Lots of happenings in the plant-based / vegan worlds. But no big like article today. No major thing going on. Robbie from Plant-Based News got something published in Vegeconomist, which is cool, criticizing, I think it was Daily Mail's handling of that study last week that showed plant-based protein is quite important for healthy aging. And their headline was basically warning vegans you need animal products. That was their interpretation of the thing. So anyway, interesting take, but it was cool to see that article up. All right, Doug's added Instagram. How's it going, Doug?
I'm good.
You're good, yeah, because it's your last day. This is it.
That's right.
After this, you're skiing. You've asked all your coworkers to wrap up their work for the week today as well.
That's right. That's right. Today it's Friday. It's Friday for everyone. If I'm not going to be here, no one needs to work. That's just how it is.
I mean, it seems like it because everyone at the company's having to do stuff to get ready just so you can go celebrate your birthday 2 days early. Everyone's doing things. I'm publishing an early episode today, writing up a little blurb, extra work for everybody. But you get to go skiing, so we're happy.
That's right. That's right. So Matt, we're trying something different with no headphones, and if you're listening on Instagram, there's a lot of feedback.
Okay, then I will put headphones in. So that is good to know. At some point, we will get away from Instagram. I think that will be the best. Maybe we'll even restream on Instagram. But I'll put my headphones in.
It's a good opportunity to plug the YouTube channel, which is where all the magic happens. Go to or youtube.com/NoMeatAthlete. We'll pin it to the channel here on Instagram. And yeah, Matt, happy Wednesday, happy hump day. Steven's here, Dale's here, Britters is here, Anne Marie, Scott, Kate, Mr. Jeffrey, Garuda Legends. Mr. Jeffrey says he's here for the drama. The drama, not trauma.
Man, there was some chat drama yesterday. Who was the new person? Vegan something. Was going head to head with Garuda, and it was interesting. I like to see it.
Yeah,
Allie has shown up as well. Good to see everybody. So yeah, fun show today, different show today. Yeah, I don't know, Doug. Anything with you? Anything going on? I mean, you got skiing. What, you're leaving today?
So where are you going? I'm going to Beach Mountain, which is here local North Carolina, but a couple hours away. And yeah, we're staying up there for 4 nights, and my only goal is to get as much time on the skis as possible. That's not true. I have 2 goals. 1, much time on the skis as possible, and 2 is for the first time since high school, I want to grind a rail on my skis.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to spend a little time in the park this year. I've been avoiding the park since college, when I just would beat myself up in there. And
yeah, I would avoid the park at this age. But it was your last probably skiing as a 39-year-old, maybe not the last time, but your last year of it. Is that how old you're going to be? 39?
I'm going to be 38.
You're going to be 38. So you still got a whole another 4 years of skiing.
Born in 86.
Oh, okay. I thought you were 4 years younger than me. You were born 6 years later than me somehow, even though we were only separated by 4 years of high school. Yeah, I was born in 80.
Huh.
But you're early. I was very late 80. You're very early 86. So
yeah, okay.
I guess that makes sense. All right. Well, that's good. Yeah, I mean, get those rails grinded. Once you turn 40, I don't know. You're gonna rethink some things. I don't need to do that anymore.
I got to do it again. I feel like maybe you're wanting to be a certain fitness level when you turn 50, when you turn 40. You had that. Right. I'm feeling this certain kind of draw right now to do some things, not really fitness related, but just kind of have some experiences. Hold on to my youth a little bit longer.
Right. Young person things. Do them
young person things. Yeah, exactly. I think that maybe it's because 40 is just scratching at the door.
Right. Yeah, perhaps. All right, good. Well, that'll be fun. You going with friends or just family and your mom to babysit?
Family and my mom. Yep.
Okay, good. All right. Well, that will be a nice time. Yeah, I'll just be here tomorrow. Isabel will be joining us on the show. Confirmed that. She was here in the very early days of Plant-Based Morning Show. She is growing in her role at Compliment, very important member of the team now, and she is going to be a prominent role in No Meat Athlete Radio, which we have not yet published. I falsely said last week that we would be publishing that this week had a little bit of a snafu with the scheduling and things, trying to get different people organized. So we're getting there. But she will be part of that show in a big way. So she's going to be here. We'll see how that goes. It'll be fun, I think. Be nice to have a little Doug-free day. I think everyone will probably just enjoy it. Not that we don't like you, but it's just nice to have you gone for a little bit. So we'll all see how that goes.
Yeah, I look forward to another day, another mad-free day. I look forward to mad-free 4 days of vacation here.
Oh, you being away. Yeah, right.
Yeah, me being away, yeah.
Right. That'd be good. It'd be good for everybody. All right. Dale Stevens says, I'm like you, Doug, with the 40 fit statement. It was a bust. Now I'm 50, and this is my new 40.
All right.
So I guess she's saying getting fit at 40 maybe was a bust.
Well, but here she goes. 50 is the new 40. There you go. Mr. Jeffrey suggests 5 pull-ups by 40.
Too late.
Mr.
There you go. Yeah, that's what you do. Add one every 2 years.
That's right. That's right. And he also has a funny comment. He says, "Come to think, I've never seen Garuda and Stallion in the same room. Maybe it's just one person. Wouldn't that be exciting?"
Have you seen either of them in any room, like in real life?
I mean, that's the joke, man. That's the joke. That's the joke.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm not up on this internet. These internet jokes. All right. Supreet is back from Twitch. That is good. Good to see you, Supreet, after a long time. Okay. All right. Well, let's jump in. I titled the show "Robert Downey Jr. Fails at Being Vegan," so we will get there. That's a little teaser for you.
I like it.
We will get to that one. I've got an interesting thought about celebrities failing at vegan diets. I want to see what you think about it.
Do it.
Anyway, first though, we'll get there after this first one. Every now and then we talk about Tash Peterson, who I didn't really know of until this show, but she is an Australian famous vegan protester. She does things like she got in that restaurant spat with that guy who forced him to ban all vegans from his restaurant in Australia. Yep. She poured fake blood over herself. I saw her pouring fake blood in some kind of deli butcher type thing all over the counter. Appeared topless outside of a court and defaced a KFC. That's where I think she did the blood thing. Anyway, she does a lot of stuff. But now 500 people have signed on to join a guy named Ben D'Arcy in an anti-Tosh protest. They're going to have a barbecue outside of her house. I assume this is a full-on meat barbecue, which I didn't really get it at first. Is it a peaceful barbecue protest? But then I realized, of course, the significance. They're going to, I guess, barbecue a whole bunch of animals outside of her house. And, I guess we'll see what happens. And then she went on some radio show and blasted them, I guess. We'll see if she does some sort of counter protest of that. Who knows? 40 chests happening.
Nothing ever good happens when you're counter protesting a protester. Right? No. Like it always turns into trouble.
Well, this is gonna be peaceful, they said.
Well, it is today.
I mean,
will it be tomorrow?
Right.
I don't know. We'll see.
But I mean, if you have only one person against 500, it's hard to imagine it getting violent.
Yeah. Unless she brings out the crew, she might bring out her supporters.
Right. She might get 500,000 followers to show up. I don't know. Would be an interesting day in Perth this weekend, I guess. All right, here's the headline story. Robert Downey Jr.'s got a new book out. It's called Cool Food, Erasing Your Carbon Footprint One Bite at a Time, which to me seems like an odd thing. Like he's just not the celebrity I would have expected to put out a food climate book. I don't know why. He just doesn't seem like, I guess he seems like the alpha male type in a lot of his roles, and kind of cool, tough guy.
Iron Man.
In real life, Iron Man. Real life, we said he got canceled for something. I don't know what it was that he did. Some sort of maybe a sexual assault. I don't know. It was a few years ago. But I remember his reputation sullied a little bit by that. Anyway, so he's written this book about eating to erase your carbon footprint.
We can't accuse him of sexual assault if that's not what it was.
Oh, okay. I'm not accusing. I'm just spreading rumors.
It might have been. I don't remember that at all. Oh, yeah. Sexual misconduct. You're right. All right. Keep going.
Okay. So here's the headline from Eating Well is Robert Downey Jr. tried and failed to go vegan. And then in quotes, it just doesn't work for me. Subheadline: The rumors are true. I'm a pescetarian. So I don't know if those are like the rumors that are flying around Hollywood. Is that RDJ is a pescetarian and no one knew it, or what?
Yeah, I mean, does anyone care about that?
Right. I don't think so. It just sounds like a celebrity who's completely full of himself. Thinks people are rumoring about his pescatarian diet. I don't even know if that would be like if he thinks that people thought he was vegan, because he did try being vegan, as the headline said, and like now he's coming out and saying these rumors that I'm actually not vegan, that I'm a pescatarian, that those are true, or is it just like rumors are true? I eat this very strange way. I eat all the way over on this end of the spectrum, the pescatarian end. I don't really know, but he seems to think it's a big deal, and they're promoting the book. What he says about vegan, though, is he said it can be hard to follow because he said, I tried going all in vegetarian, even vegan, but it just doesn't work for me. Without some animal protein, I find myself with low levels of vitamin B12, calcium, iodine, and iron. These are common deficiencies that can result from vegan diets, he says. So Eating Well goes on to say, if you're not taking a supplement or focusing on plant-based foods that have enough of these nutrients, then yes, going vegan can result in iron deficiency, calcium deficiency, and other things. So anyway, he says, the rumors are true. I'm a pescatarian. That means I eat fish every now and then. So I guess maybe he thinks people thought he was vegan, and the rumors are like, yes, I do eat fish every now and then. He said, I actually do need the iron that animal protein provides. So
there's,
I don't know, Doug,
if you Google Robert Downey Jr. vegan, there's a Live Kindly article that comes up, and it kind of making it's like a big thing. Plants have iron. Iron Man is vegan. So maybe this was a thing when it happened. But
okay,
I don't remember him being. This is 2020. I don't remember him being like on all the lists of celebrity vegans. Do you?
No, I don't either. Except we did. I know we mentioned him before because we were talking about it. Was he canceled at some point? So he must have done something that was vegan. Maybe he was involved in a product launch. I don't know. Anyway, here's what I'm wondering. Whenever we have these celebrities go non-vegan, we always joke, poke and prod, make fun and say, there is a supplement that has those things, and it's not really that hard. In fact, we happen to sell it. So you could support the business by going and getting it. Lovecompliment.com is the place to do that. But that's really an aside here. The question is, like, these celebrities, who have teams of people and all kinds of things, like, someone must have told them they can get that stuff in a supplement if they really want to be vegan.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just not that hard to do that. I understand that it's not a diet for everyone, right? Some people just aren't happy with it, or, they just want other foods, and that is fine. Speaking of which, we got a really good, funny comment on one of our YouTube videos, which I'll pull up in a minute. But anyway, like, so it's always like, well, come on, like, how lame is this? But then today I was thinking about this. I was like, this guy, whatever he does outside of acting, I don't know about, don't endorse. But like, I think he's a world-class category actor, right? Like wins big time awards, top 0.001% of the acting field, I'm sure. When someone's like that good at something and that good at getting good at something and that focused, like, they have to be pretty good at, in general, accomplishing things. And I just feel like if you really wanted to be vegan, it's not that hard to do it. So when someone says something like this, I wonder if there's some truth to it. Like, maybe they just couldn't get their body healthy on this stuff, because if they wanted to, I think they could have figured it out. And he's writing a whole book about climate change. Like, maybe it just didn't work for him. Is that possible?
It's possible it didn't work for him.
He tried everything and it just didn't work.
Well, but it's also possible he didn't really try everything, right? I mean, like, maybe he is really good when he tries the things, but his heart wasn't in. He likes fish too much. He likes whatever.
Yeah, but he's writing a book called Cool Food about the environment.
Yeah.
Like, he must have really wanted to be vegan. I don't know. I'm giving celebrities more credit. It's hard to become a celebrity. Some people maybe luck into it, but I think if you did that, you must have had to work hard. Holden's reading Arnold Schwarzenegger's new book right now called Be Useful. And I think that's because of that I'm sort of pro celebrities now, because Arnold, I mean, look at all he accomplished, all he did. And now he deserves a right of self-development. Like, governor of a state that's larger than a lot of countries, world-class actor. I guess I just talked about world-class actor. He's probably not this category as that. but definitely, Hollywood superstar for a while, A-lister, best bodybuilder ever. I don't know how you measure that, but as far as dominance in the sport during his era, best ever, I think. And he's done a bunch of other stuff too that I read about in the
immigrated to the
book.
U.S.
Wow, I
not
couldn't believe he
speaking
did all
any
that.
English and
yeah. So
Mr. Universe.
Once I started thinking about Arnold, I thought that's a book that should be read, right, by Holden, and he can tell me if it's good, and then I'll read it. But but then I was thinking these celebrities, he's not an exception. If you get to the top of the world like that, top of your field, you must be pretty good at stuff. So I don't know. I'm giving the celebrities more credit.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think Arnold should get a lot of credit, and Robert too for his acting career. All I'm saying is maybe he does care about the environment, and maybe he cares about his food. But I think that if he really wanted to be vegan, he probably could have figured it out. I don't know how long he tried. I don't know. I mean, chances are he didn't get iron deficient in a year or something like that. If he was doing anything, I mean, that he's taking supplements for to be Iron Man, right? Like he's taking creatine, he's taking a bunch of other supplements. So he's probably taking B12, iodine, iron. So he's probably taking that stuff already. Of course, calcium, we recommend vitamin D because it helps with calcium absorption. This stuff is easy to solve for, like you said. And so it's possible it just didn't work for him. Possibly he didn't feel as good, or his body was going through a transition and waited out. My hunch is he probably just didn't really want it that much, and was okay with the fact that he would be a pescetarian. That was good enough for him. I don't think Arnold is vegan, right? I think he's kind of flexitarian, but he's involved in all these.
And I don't know if he ever wanted to.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
You know what could have happened with this? Like someone like Robert Downey Jr. might hear about being vegan. They hear it's good for the climate. They hear it's good for health. They watch Forks Over Knives, and then they do it, and they realize that it might actually be challenging for some people. It's not easy, or that they have to take all these supplements. And to them, that's all these supplements. Just sounds like too much. And they start to change the story in their head about whether this diet is actually like the ideal health diet. Yeah. And then they pull it back and they say, you know what, I actually don't want that because I don't think that's the healthiest diet anymore because I couldn't be healthy on it. So here's what I think is now the healthiest diet. And that's what I do. So maybe he just had sort of a flexible approach that I'm going to find the diet that works. And that's what he did.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. I mean, of course I would love it if he was still vegan. And this book was about, how to be vegan and a celebrity at the same time. But, no, I don't know. I mean, if it was spreading the message that we like, that we lean on, but I think that if he's pescatarian and it's a book that's promoting a pescatarian diet, that's a big step in the right direction. So,
yes. The comment that I really enjoyed on YouTube, it was on the What Vegans Miss Most post or episode, and it was from Wilhelm, and I guess that's a he. Said, as a carnivore, do you know what I miss in my diet? Absolutely nothing.
Oh, sick burn.
See that?
That is right? Good.
Exactly. You got a diet. You don't have to exclude anything. It's the perfect diet. Has been found. You just can eat anything you want. You don't have to miss anything.
I just miss poops that don't hurt.
We don't know about the Wilhelm. Maybe for his body, he's found the perfect thing and he doesn't miss anything.
That's a great comment.
All right, it's next level. It's smart, witty. Speaking of YouTube, we got a smash hit. We got our most viral one to date, which was it was titled "Warning Vegans," and it was about this Daily News headline about the study that was totally, where they totally misinterpreted and misrepresented really what the study said.
No.
That one struck a chord, I guess. It's whenever there are always these sort of like, I don't know if controversial is the right thing, but the carnivore versus vegan stuff. That's what seems to work on YouTube. So that's what we're doing now. So anyway, that was our first big one. So thank you to everyone who smashed the like button. That probably helped, I'm sure. Please continue to do that, because if these shows start getting more traction on YouTube, I promise they will get better. They might get more frequent. More will be invested to them. So please help us grow the show. It's a lot more fun when they're going viral and we're getting good comments like that.
Absolutely. When we get carnivores leaving good comments, definitely. Supreet has this is probably why we spoke about Robert Downey Jr. He says, fun fact, Robert Downey Jr. has invested $15 million in a vegan steak last year. So that's probably how it came up.
Yep.
And he also says, I assume it's a he, that it's because he forgot about the animals, forgot it's about the animals, or maybe he blamed veganism for his aging. So, who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? I do think as much as I'm now on the side of celebrities when it comes to vegan diets, in terms of their ability to choose them, and they can say I'm not going to be vegan, and it's okay. I do think they are also wacky. I think you can't not be wacky if you have that kind of fame. It just must make you delusional in almost all cases, except Taylor Swift.
Except for Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
she
stays grounded.
She's the most grounded woman I know, for sure. Hey, I got a question for the comments.
Yeah,
is Matt's voice off? Let us know in the comments. I was looking at the YouTube video yesterday. Yeah, the timing. I was looking at YouTube videos yesterday, and your voice was off sometimes.
Oh, that's weird. I didn't know that could happen in a YouTube video, but who knows? Yeah, let us know. That'd be good to figure out. All right. Speaking of women, because you said something about Taylor Swift and women, women who follow vegan diets during pregnancy may face higher risks of developing preeclampsia and of giving birth to newborns with lower birth weight. This is from a recent study published in Acta Obstetricia et Gynecologica Scandinavica, which is a Danish accent I'm doing there. I think that's a Danish publication. Anyway, they said it was a study with 66,000 women. They had omnivores. They had fish, poultry, vegetarians. I guess that'd be like the RDJ types. And then 183 lacto-ovo vegetarians and 18 vegans. It's not many vegans out of 66,000. But what they found was that the protein intake was lower among the lacto-ovo vegetarians and even lower among the vegans, who were getting 10% of their calories from protein compared to the omnivores, who were getting 15%. Micronutrient intake was also lower among vegans. So that's kind of interesting because a lot of times we talk about this vegan diet as being much richer in micronutrients than an omnivorous diet is, unless it's one that is, careful to get all kinds of fruits and vegetables in it, as the omnivore diet. But they said when dietary supplements were considered, no major differences were observed. So I guess the vegans were making things right with their supplements. There's probably some compliment takers in that group, Doug. 66,000 women. I mean, chances are somebody was taking compliment over there.
They're not all vegan, but
not that easy to get. No, that's right. We only had 18 vegans. Actually, I take that back. Hard to do that. Hard to get it overseas when you're one out of 300 people. Anyway, the vegan mothers had a higher prevalence of preeclampsia. The newborns weighed an average of 240 grams less. Preeclampsia, by the way, is a pregnancy complication characterized by high blood pressure. So they said further research is needed, but this is something we gotta report it all, good and bad. Not gonna cover things up.
Was Erin, did Erin worry about her diet when she was pregnant?
No,
first time
really
she
didn't.
wasn't.
We were vegetarian the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I think we were vegetarian the first time. Yeah, we were, because Downey had started. She was vegan the second time, and no, she didn't worry about it. And that second pregnancy was actually much easier. Well, at least the delivery was much easier, which could have been due to other factors as well, that she had done it before. Did the birth yoga type training? I'm not sure. I'm butchering whatever she did, but she prepared. And I don't know. I think she may have had a book or something about it that we got, but I don't remember any great effort with the diet aside from what we usually did.
Yeah.
Katie, Katie's been vegetarian for pregnancies largely?
Yeah, I mean, she's mostly vegan. It's just a little bit of cheese now and then, so she no longer calls herself vegan. But I mean, very much mostly. We never have it in the house or anything like that. So, yeah, I think I don't think she did worry about it. No, I mean, she was taking supplements and didn't really think much about it, honestly.
There you go. Proof that this study is wrong.
No, not at all. That's not true. Not medical advice, but proof that you can do it.
Proof that it can be done. Proof that some vegans can have normal babies.
That's right.
All right. Food tech company NotCo. This is advertising news, and Oatly's not involved. Thank goodness. NotCo, who does AI to craft their plant-based alternatives, has launched. They're using that same AI, or maybe it's a different AI, but they're using. Actually, I don't even know if it's that. It's augmented reality technology they're using in an ad campaign where what you do is you go to nothappy.com on your mobile device. Don't know if this works. It does work in the United States and Mexico. You go to nothappy.com. I mean, the kids are going to love this. You scan animal logos that you encounter in various public spaces. Like, I guess if you went to a barbecue place and you saw a pig there, they mentioned Chick-fil-A. Does Chick-fil-A use chickens in the logo? I don't think so.
No, they use cows.
They use the cows, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the cows are telling you not to eat. Well, they're telling you to eat the chicken. They're saying don't eat cows.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then smaller establishments as well, like Mr. C's fried chicken and waffles. So I don't know if this is just like you have to do one of the brands they know, or if any animal on a logo will work. But what happens is once scanned, these logos are transformed through AR. That's augmented reality. And then the animals narrate their stories in the form of catchy songs, and they showcase the stark contrast between their portrayed happiness of these animals and the actual reality of their existence. So it turns into like a chicken run deal, or or what did we see? Migration.
Yeah.
Film, maybe an animated thing about animals saying how bad life is in captivity. So anyway, they said they want to educate consumers about the unseen processes behind the food they consume daily, while also trolling some major food brands. According to the company, that's their words. They want to troll some major brands. So I don't know. Is this good, Doug?
Well,
if Oatly did this, I would not be a fan of it. I would say,
I'm actually surprised it's not
focus
Oatly.
on the food.
I'm
right.
surprised
it seems like an Oatly move.
It does. More than a NotCo move. Because isn't NotCo owned by somebody?
They're like a big partnership with Kraft, I think.
Kraft. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, they were
Kraft
part of the mac and cheese thing.
Yeah, that's right. So I kind of like it. I think it's kind of fun. I've always hated the fact that you have like the joyful pig on a barbecue,
right.
Logo, and then you're sitting there eating that joyful pig, and no one thinks twice about it. I've always hated that. So I kind of think this is cool. I mean, I don't know who's going to really use it. It's more of a marketing play, I think, than
the kids will use it. Why drive around? Throw the phone in the back seat and be like, "Here, kids, look, do this."
I'll try it. I'll see how the kids, how long it takes before they start crying. But
I wonder if they programmed it for any of the other Kraft brands from the Kraft family to do it on their logos, or if that's like a no, or maybe it's not programmed. Maybe the AR will do its own thing, like AI, and they can't control what it does.
Except they have some sort of program there. Though. When you scan a Kraft chicken, it like makes it real happy. It's like we take care of our chickens before we slaughter them. I don't know. I mean, I think it's kind of fun. I think it's kind of a fun move.
Yeah, I think it is good. Mr. Duffy says someone needs to make a super cut of Matt trashing Oatly. I don't really trash Oatly. I always say I like the products. They're good. The ads are terrible. And anytime there's plant-based advertising or any Oatly news, I'll mention how bad the ads are. That's true. All right. There is Oatly news today, actually, and it's positive. We'll get there in just a second.
Steven says it's kind of like
Barnivore's that old website where people would go to figure out if beer or if beers were vegan.
Oh. So it has it's nothing like Barnivore, right?
What did he say is like Barnivore?
He said it's like Barnivore
It's like foods. The Barnivore for foods. Oh, no, I don't think so.
No, then he corrects it. Okay, some more going on Barnivore. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. Okay. On to the next news. There's a lot of good news today. Like I said, no big articles, so we're just eating up time with this. Impossible Foods trying to figure something out with what they're going to do to turn the plant-based meat industry around. They have called it a decisive year for plant-based. I think plant-based food in general, and it is. I really think it is. Our predictions certainly were along those lines. I said Impossible Whopper will be gone by the end of the year, and I still believe that. Anyway, they've added 3 seasoned female executives to the leadership team to try to save the Whopper, maybe. They have hired Elaine Paik as CFO, Chief Financial Officer, Emma Hutchins as Chief People Officer, and Alexis Regan as Senior Vice President of Sales. I think all or most of these women have experience in other big brands. I read the names. I didn't know the brands, but I'm sure they're qualified and good, and hopefully they can do something right here. I don't know. We will see. Impossible certainly needs it.
Was it the Impossible CEO or something that like bit someone's ear or something? I don't know, did something crazy.
Bit the nose off. I think that was Beyond. I think that was the Beyond Meat guy. Might have been the CFO or no COO. Yeah, he bit someone's nose after a football game. Doug Ramsey down, I think in Alabama or Arkansas or something. Just terrible look for Beyond Meat.
I was kind of hoping they were just like replacing all of their leadership with strong women after a nose biting incident by the CEO.
Right. Maybe they should have done that then. Cleaned house and said, "We're bringing in all women."
Yeah.
Okay, so there's that. Best of luck. Hope it works out there.
Absolutely.
I don't actually know if I'm rooting for the Whopper to go away or not. I said at the beginning here that I wasn't. I'm just predicting it. Now I'm sort of starting to like root for my prediction.
Boo.
And I just think if I did that correctly, it'd be a net good for me.
Net good for the world.
I know, but for me, I will look like a Nostradamus, and people will they'll turn to me every year for predictions.
Yeah.
All right. New York-based vegan snack brand Hippies has launched some new flavors. Thank goodness. It's no longer just well, actually I can't tell. It's new brands are called Flavor Blast Chickpea Puffs. The first flavor is vegan white cheddar explosion. I thought that already was the flavor. Wasn't it already white cheddar?
Yeah, vegan white cheddar. That's what we get every time we go to the grocery store.
So this is now vegan white cheddar explosion. And Blazing Hot is the other one. Blazing Hot I'd be kind of interested to try. You can get them at Sprouts, Amazon, or go right to the Hippies online store. And again, if you can't find a product at lovecompliment.com, DM me. I'll get you a link to get it. And you can just buy it. It will probably give me a kickback, but I will do it.
Personal kickback or Nomi Athlete kickback?
A personal kickback. It's just sort of an off the record kind of thing. Yeah.
Hey, go ahead. Never mind.
Okay. No, tell us. I don't know about Hippies because this is all we got for the whole show. Is these two black
Hippies are like my kids' kryptonite. I mean, they just
really
love them. Oh my god, they will devour Hippies, and they're small bags, and so they're often gone within the first 24 hours of purchasing them.
I think we got those bags for Halloween to give out. Maybe I'm wrong, but my kids don't go crazy for the Hippies for some reason. They eat them, but it's not like pretzels where they just keep eating them. Interesting. Yeah, Hippies. I don't know. Hippies are like I first saw them in Starbucks, and it must have been 5 years ago, and they're still there, so they're not going out of business like everybody else is. So that is good. By the way, I read yesterday more about the California Performance Co., the one that made the whey protein, the animal-free whey protein. Brave Robot, apparently, the company that made not Brave Robot. Someone will have to help me with the name. There was the company that made the actual precision fermented whey.
Wasn't that Brave Robot?
No, the Brave Robot also used that same company in their ice cream.
Oh.
It was New Day or something like that. Anyway, they like spun off all these consumer brands. They actually had these brands. They weren't just like licensing the stuff. They actually like had ownership in these brands. And they spun them all off or got rid of them all just to focus on their thing. And I don't know what they're doing, but I think that maybe disrupted. Like I think Brave Robot's gone now too.
Oh, interesting. It's Perfect Day.
Perfect Day. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure Brave Robot ice cream, which is amazing because that was like revolutionary. Maybe it's still here. I got the sense that it was gone when I looked yesterday. But that was one of those things when it came along. We're like, wow, this is crazy that that the vegan stuff has come this far, and we've got an exact copy of whey protein now. So it would be kind of sad if Brave Robot was just gone. Anyway, moving on, keeping this show moving. All right, coalition of a dozen EU, that's European Union, agricultural ministers are pushing for a revision of the regulatory approval framework for the authorization of cultivated meat at the EU Agriculture and Fisheries Council. That is the words of Vegconomist, not mine. It's Austria, France, and Italy have proposed this, receiving support from Czech, Cypriot, Greek, Hungarian, Luxembourg, Lithuanian, Maltese, Romanian, and Slovak delegations. I mean, those are all European countries that I don't care that much about, honestly. I care about Spain. Well, France and Italy are involved, but anyway, they don't seem like very impactful. I'm not too worried about this. But they are going to evaluate the EU to initiate a public debate regarding the impact of cultivated meat. They think the technology is a potential threat to the economy, public health, and farmers. So they are looking for label guidelines and prohibiting the names of animal products and fake meat and milk products. Once again, the labeling thing, but also once again the cultivated meat thing. I just didn't years ago did not anticipate that anyone would mind this. Thought it was great, but there's a lot of pushback. I mean, this might be more pushback than regular alt meat sees.
Maybe you're not the predictor that you want people to believe that you are.
That's right.
Yeah, I think it does. You know why? It's probably a bigger long-term threat than alt meat.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think? To the meat industry?
Yeah, well, because it's going to be an exact copy of it, right? That's different. The alt meat will never be as good, and maybe in their eyes. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure this is a big threat. You're right, because it could literally replace the entire thing perfectly.
Right. Steven says in Ireland and Netherlands, farmers are getting active now, usually aligning with right-wing movements these days.
Interesting. All right, and last but not least, Oatly, whose products I like. They've announced a new partnership with Carvel. Could be pronounced Carvel, depending on who you ask. And when they made this partnership, a 12% rise in Oatly's stock in 24 hours happened. So that's good. And they need that because I think the stock is down 99% from its original high. So that can only help. Anyway, they've partnered with Carvel. I don't know if I think Aaron says Carvel. Carvel. I don't know which it is. But
have you ever been to a Carvel?
I always there used to be a couple, maybe one in Bel Air where I grew up in Maryland. And it was great. It was way better than Friendly's or any other ice cream.
Interesting. No, I've never even heard of it. I had to look it up to see. They have 337 locations. It seems like most of them are New York, New Jersey, and Florida. But they are kind of all over the place.
I think Aaron talks about it as if it was like a local company to her. I think they started up in upstate New York somewhere.
Okay. Yeah, there's almost 200 in New York alone.
But if you were going to get an ice cream cake for your birthday, that's where you got it. You went to Carvel and get the ice cream cake. Anyway, the new menu items include Oatly strawberry soft serve. See, I would be really excited about that. I'd go get some of that if I could find a Carvel, but I don't think I can down here. Oatly cookies and cream scooped, Oatly chocolate peanut butter scooped, flying saucer sandwiches made with Oatly, frozen dessert cakes made with Oatly, and Oatly chocolate mint and cold brew soft serve will also be available at select locations. So that's good news.
That is good news. Why do you think these ice cream companies are partnering? Because they make their own ice cream, right? Carvel?
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
Why do you think they're partnering with a vegan company to do that instead of just making their own? Can't be that hard.
Yeah, because certainly they could buy oat milk. They could even buy oat milk from Oatly.
Yeah.
I would assume, like a coffee shop might, and then just use it to make their ice cream. I don't know. I guess the brand adds something. Maybe people don't want the vegan option from a place like that unless you got a strong brand name. And Oatly, with their advertising, has established themselves as the go-to brand, maybe for goofy Thanksgiving hotline jokes and things. And they say, "We got to have a part of that. We need to serve that in our place." I don't know.
I love how you Oatly, whose products I love.
I do. I don't want Oatly to think that I hate them. I love the products. I just think the advertising is so terrible.
You're just going for a future partnership. There are 2 South Carolina locations, Matt. Bluffton and Myrtle Beach. I think they're both coastal. Right. So,
well, I'd definitely do that. We get to Myrtle Beach every now and then for a soccer event.
There you go. No North Carolina location.
Okay. Lots of people add an S, says Scott. Carvels, they call it. I hate when people do that to stuff. Like they get a store name, they just put an S at the end of it.
Good to know.
I'm trying to think of some examples for that, but there's plenty of them. All right. Anything else, Doug? We're right at the end of our show. Well, that actually is one. Burger King's.
Wegmans.
Right, that's different. That has one. That belongs there. Some people say Barnes and Nobles. That's a problem for me.
Dunkin' Donuts.
That again, that it has an S at the end of it, so it's different. Starbucks also has an S at the end of it.
Yeah, Starbucks. Yeah, that's a good one.
I think my mom with the fashion brand, she was
Kroger's.
like, "Let's go into." I think people probably say Kroger's. It's definitely not that, and I think people would definitely say, "I'm going to Kroger's." Best Buys.
Wait.
Yep, I've heard Best Buys. Scott Mahan. See, Scott Mahan's
Uh-huh.
got a few examples here. He also hates this, I think. Best Buys.
Best Buys, Barnes and Nobles. No one says that. People say that?
Yes, they do. Yes, definitely. They
Uh,
definitely say that.
I'm trying to think of more that actually have an S. That was fun. Wait, Kroger's doesn't have an S?
No, see, that's right.
Oh, okay. All right. So that is one. That is one.
Yeah. I think I've heard you say these things before. Cracker Barrels, you don't say that. Crackle Barrels?
No, I don't say that. Kroger's I actually thought had an S. So
No,
there you go.
it's Kroger.
Ingles.
All right. Walmart's. My mom's listening. My mom says Fendi's or like Gucci's. We're going to Gucci's.
Oh yeah, she says I'm listening.
Yeah. Look, Steven says the main Irish book chain is Eason, but you bet everyone says Eason's. Everyone in the Midwest, Kroger's. Walmart's. I don't think it misses Walmart's. Chipotle's.
Compliments. Oh, this is fun.
All right, time to go. We did the whole show without a feature article, so that's good.
All right.
Yeah, it's fun. I had fun today. I'm enjoying these shows recently, and I hope everyone else is too. No vegan stallion today. Did not show up.
No.
Garuda wins. Garuda's king of the hill, I guess.
I'm gonna miss you guys tomorrow. Maybe not. I don't know. I hope it goes well. Hope Isabel is as charming as I am.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I'm sure she will be. Make sure you wear a helmet, Doug, if you're going to be grinding rails.
Oh, I will be. Don't worry.
And really, I don't know if that's key at all. If you're really seriously concerned about making healthy, good choices.
I'm concerned about
staying young,
being the man that I want to be, you know?
Yeah, I know. All right, good. Well, yeah, happy birthday, says Phyllis Hauser, and says me as well. And Kate. Isabel will open 5 pull-ups. I don't doubt Isabel could do 5 pull-ups if we asked her to. Because she runs ultras and things now, Doug, just like you do.
Mm-hmm.
But I think she also does CrossFit type activities.
Yeah, she could probably bust out those 5 pull-ups. We'll see.
I'll ask her more. We'll find out. All right.
The plant-based morning shows go well tomorrow.
Plant-based morning shows, yeah. All right. Thank you, everyone. We'll be back tomorrow, or I'll be back tomorrow, and then Doug will be back on Tuesday.
That's right.
If he comes back, if he makes it back.